The Dodgers have been on one hell of a cold stretch as of recently, dropping 4 games in a row prior to yesterday's contest, as well as being well below 500 since the All-Star break. However, most of their losses have come in pretty nuclear fashion. Bullpen blow-ups, their offense not really showing anything, and some truly mediocre starting pitching performances. But none of these included the fashion in which they lost their most recent contest, because we have never seen anything even remotely like it in the whole of baseball history. I'm serious, that's how big of a choke job it was. But before we get there, let me set the stage with a little breakdown of how this game went. The Dodgers would see a pitcher who's become their ace, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, take the mound looking to help them get out of their most recent lull, and for the first 2 innings, he would do just that, retiring the Orioles 1-2-3 in each frame. It was then in the third that LA managed to push across the game's first run, on a ground out from Shohei Ohtani. This would precede what was arguably Yoshi's most stressful inning from a base runner perspective, as he would walk the first 2 batters in the bottom of the third, before getting 3 outs and 2 batters after Jackson Holliday grounded into a double play. The Dodgers would manage to push their lead to 2-0 by the end of the 5th, with Yoshi quietly not giving up any traffic. And so it went, through the 6th, 7th, and 8th, with LA managing to scratch across one more run on a Mookie Betts triple. This takes us to the bottom of the 9th, with the Japanese righty just 3 outs away from the first no-hitter of the season. After Alex Jackson went down swinging and Mayo flew out, it was down to just a single batter, separating Yamamoto from history. But alas, it wasn't to be, as Holliday would take a well-placed fastball inside to right field, just sneaking it over the fence for the Orioles' first hit and run of the contest. But still, even with their ace coming out, the Dodgers only had to get 1 out to break their losing streak, right? Even for a struggling bullpen, that shouldn't be a crazy ask. But things would quickly get nerve-wracking after Jeremiah Jackson doubled, Gunnar Henderson got hit by a pitch, and Ryan Mountcastle drew a walk, all off of Blake Trinan, who just had absolutely no idea where it was going on this night. And then, despite the lefty Colton Cowser coming to the plate, Dave Roberts would elect to leave in the veteran righty to face the lefty, and it wouldn't work at all. Trinan would walk him on 5 pitches, pushing the tying run to third and the winning run to second. Who would Roberts call out of his bullpen? Well, how about lefty Tanner Scott, who had just given up a walk-off home run the night before, and with a righty and Emmanuel Rivera coming up no less, this inexplicable decision would immediately backfire, as Rivera would proceed to walk off LA with a single to center field. After the game's final pitch, Sarah Langs would tweet this out, citing 9 separate times the team had been no-hit through 8 2/3 innings, only to come back and win the game. But here's the kicker. Every single one of these previous games had been 0-0 entering the 9th inning. Not a single one involved a lead, let alone of 3 runs. This makes what the Dodgers did, or I guess didn't do, a choke job the likes of which we have never seen on an MLB field. Or really, anything even close to it. Oh yeah, and the Padres happened to win on this day as well, dropping their lead in the West back to just a single game. Alright everybody, if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching, and if you did, consider checking out any of these other videos on your screen right now for other content just like this. Also, if you ever see anything you'd like to see me detail in the video, feel free to reach out to my email, basebpoet@gmail.com, and if I end up using your idea, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching, have a great rest of your day.